Hi everyone, welcome back to another one of my monthly forecasts. If this is the first time you're seeing me, my name is Angela Peterson and I am a psychic medium and shamanic practitioner in Sedona, Arizona. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday with your friends and families. And speaking of holidays, I would like to let you know that right now I'm currently running a special for 20% off gift cards. As long as you pick gift cards that are worth $100 value or more, you get 20% off, which makes a $100 gift card $80 once you check out. So it is redeemable at $100 for any and all of my services. So if there is anybody in your life right now that you know could really use some guidance, some support during this holiday season, maybe through a reading or a healing session, then please go to my website and look up gift cards, as that is a great way to share the love this holiday season. And for yourselves, I am also running a special. It is basically a buy 2 sessions and get 1 free. So this is good for any and all of my sessions, individual sessions, mediumship, soul reading, online or in-person healing session. So if you spend $400, you get $150 off. So that basically makes it a buy 2 sessions and get 1 free. So that's a better deal even than buying 3 sessions at 20% off. If you're interested in that, then the promo code will be posted below this video. But you better hurry because the special does end at midnight on December 2nd. Now, without any further ado, let's get into the monthly forecast for December 2024. So tuning into the energy of December, even since the beginning of this year, every time I would look ahead at December, I would always see a sort of white light. And this white light, as I was tuning into it, really feels like it's like this pressure, sort of an intense pressure that feels like it's building and building and then kind of like releases. I think for some people that release is going to be a very soft and sort of a loving release. It feels like a birth. It feels like a birthing process. That's what December feels like. And you know, as we know, some births can be smooth and easy and beautiful, and others can be hard and traumatic. Birth in general is traumatic for the most part. Just I think, you know, coming through the birth canal, that's part of that pressure, you know. It's like we're in this pressure cooker, and then something just kind of releases. For many people, I am feeling a kind of softening in that release, and then others maybe less so. So it's really going to depend on how you choose to perceive your life and this sort of birth that is taking place. There's a lot of buildup of energy. So from the pressure that I'm feeling from the month of December, I'm feeling a lot of that pressure in the crown chakra and in the throat chakra, maybe even also in the sacral chakra. So we have, sacral chakra, relationships and creativity. The throat chakra is all about our self-expression, and the crown chakra is our awareness. It's our heightened awareness, and it's our connection to divinity or to our spirit. So the crown chakra gives us the ability to connect to truth. What is true and what is truth. Now this month, the animal that we have received is the dolphin spirit. Dolphin is interesting because it lives in 2 worlds. So on the card it says this and that are true. Dolphins are considered interdimensional messengers. They send and receive messages between the worlds. So I do feel like a lot of this pressure that I am sensing from the month of December is actually sort of an awakening. Like the pressure is coming in through the crown chakra. It's a higher and more intense sort of wave of light that I feel is coming in. We're probably going to keep getting stronger, larger, more intense waves of light, but December does feel like it is one of those first sort of bigger, larger ones coming in. And what I mean by this is it's like a frequency entering earth and entering into our physical bodies. And so anytime a higher frequency starts to try to come in, so for an example, the feeling I keep having is very similar to the feeling that I have had in regards to mediumship. So when my mediumship ability started to really open up and it started to get stronger, spirits were trying to communicate with me, I would feel an intense pressure kind of in the back of my neck, and in this area and on my shoulders. And it felt like it was very painful. And the more I resisted it, the more painful it was. And so it was, but it was almost like this way of that energy preparing me. So it had to, my frequency had to shift and it had to change in order to match the frequency of the spirit world so that I could communicate with and talk to spirits and receive messages for the people who they left behind. So the energy of December, it feels very much like an awakening for a lot of people. There's an energy coming to the planet. I don't know exactly what that looks like physically, okay? I don't know if there's gonna be some sort of physical reveal or three-dimensional reveal. I'm not entirely sure about that. What I do know is that energetically speaking, there's gonna, those of you, especially those of you who are already sensitive to a degree, you are gonna be feeling this pressure and kind of this awakening happening within you. Your gifts are going to be coming much more online. You're going to be feeling much more intuitive. You might be feeling a lot more emotional. You might be experiencing more physical symptoms. So empathy could be awakening even more so, even some telepathy for some of you. So there's a real heightening in sensitivity. Now, that being said, I feel like that's true for many, many, many people. I am also seeing this sort of split in consciousness or awareness. Perception is probably the better word for that, because the way that we perceive things is huge in the way that we experience our lives. And when we perceive something one way and another person perceives that same thing to be very different, we're not in the same reality. And we're seeing that actually currently right now with everything that is happening, especially in the United States with this recent election. We're seeing that the perception of the outcome of this election, the perception is vastly different. It's vastly different from one side to another. You know, there's a huge separation in the way that we are experiencing life. So when the dolphin comes in as a messenger here, and it says this and that are true, it's because the experience you are experiencing and the way that you're feeling it, that's true. It's true in the way that you're experiencing it. Is it the truth? Maybe not. Maybe not. But it doesn't invalidate your experience of what it is that you're perceiving. There is a lot of trauma in people that is rising to the surface. Well, I mean, it has been. Okay, we know this. But very intensely rising. And a lot of people were very shocked at the outcome of this election. And if any of you have been watching my videos, at least the last few, then you will know that I have said many times to not take anything at face value. People can make you believe anything just by what they show you through videos, through the media. And we will choose to believe what we are shown based on our bias. So we have to be so careful right now that we are not viewing our reality through the lens of our trauma or our bias. However it is that we are experiencing what's happening in the world around us currently is a reflection of our trauma. The dolphin spirit is here to remind us not to fall into the trap of looking at life through the lens of black and white, right and wrong. There are always two sides to every story, and there is so much more to every person. You know, whether or not we want to see somebody as good or bad, right or wrong, there is so much more to it than that. And if we continue to live in that black and white and we don't try to understand, where someone is coming from, then we will never bridge the gap in this separation. It shouldn't be us against them. It should be all of us for all of us. The truth is, we have to stop outsourcing our power, and we have to stop this division course that we're on once and for all. Because with where we're headed in the future of humanity as a collective, we are going to need each other. So please do your best right now to make peace with your neighbors. Make peace with the people in your community. This divisiveness is not going to benefit you. It's not going to benefit anybody in the long run. It's actually the cause of most of our problems currently. So I'm going to reiterate and emphasize something that I have been saying probably in almost all of my videos up to this point, is that we need to come back together as a community. We need to learn how to rely on each other again. We need to learn how to trust each other again. And a lot of that has to do with us trusting ourselves, making sure that we're making the right choices for us personally, and that we're in alignment with those choices so that we can then create and build more trust in relationship to others. We have to stop outsourcing our power. We need to stop giving it away to entities outside of ourselves, and we need to call it back within us, reclaim it, and focus on the future that we want to have. We have to take accountability for what we want this world to look like. We have to do it. Right here, right now, there's no time to waste. So as hard as relationships are, because yes, we live in a world where there is a lot of dysfunction when it comes to relating to one another, we are learning how to do this. And we have to be willing to do what it takes to learn how to be workable in relationship. Our futures literally depend on it. This is it, folks. December feels like the closing of a book. It feels like the final chapters, and that by the time we get into 2025, we're entering into a new sort of reality, or at least a new timeline of reality, and we'll start to really see the changes happen. So I know that this message has been a little bit on the heavier side, so I would like to talk about some of the other qualities of the dolphin. There's a lot to the dolphin spirit animal. Some of the other qualities of the dolphin are creativity, fun, laughter, playfulness. So it's important for us to also think about, how can we come together and make it fun? How can we make it playful, right? Creativity, what is it that we want to create? Let creativity be fun. Let yourself dream. Let yourself imagine. What do you really want? What do you feel drawn to? And let yourself be lighthearted. Let's remember to be childlike and to play, have fun, and not take life so seriously. Dolphins have a very strong galactic connection. So for those of you who do believe in aliens, then the dolphin is one of those spirits, which many of you I'm sure know are connected to what are called Pleiadians. These are star beings. The dolphin is a powerful animal totem when it comes to journeying and communicating with otherworldly beings. There's a lot rising from the unconscious and into the conscious, and much of that is going to reflect your power and your gifts. So it is very exciting. So if any of you need help, guidance, insight into anything happening in your lives, then please feel free to book a session with me. The link to my website is posted below this video. I hope you all have an amazing month of December, and I will see you next year. Take care. And say hi to everybody, Brian. Yeah. Oh, that's a good spot. That's a good spot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love you. Thank you. Mwah. Brian just came to show us all that we need to love each other, love Love is the message. Huh. This is Brian Love. That's his name. He's my special needs baby. And he is the most loving thing. Most loving little baby ever.